From the top all the way to the bottom, what comes down must stay down, and what comes up, it may come down. Welcome to the balance, week 155, if I'm not mistaken. There are so many weeks of this, we might be losing track, but who knows? Who knows? I believe in the thought that everyone is equal, the eminence of every individual, the almighty works of God, the almighty works of the balance, the truth that'll define who a person really is, the righteousness of family, wisdom, influences, values, and guidance. But the belief that you don't have to be yourself for success is misleading. I believe in the power of love that will hold us together, and the works of others that inspire us, and the forces that are called upon to make the entire human race, all of us, come together. Every action is awarded with a reaction that affects the person one way or another. Whatever reaction occurs is meant to transpire, lead oneself closer to their destiny. Welcome to the balance, my friends. We'll see things we never thought we would. It's time to grow together, to evolve together, and most importantly, to find our balance together. So, there's no better way to begin than with the almighty paragraph. So, this is the almighty paragraph. Sitting in the streets, the dark streets on a bench, and the lights are dim over you, and you are being poured by the rain under a big storm cloud. You are being, right now, at the most darkest point it seems. But the truth is that what you see is the dark part of the city, of this area that you're standing in. But it is much greater than what your eyes may perceive and what your vision knows of. The ants on the floor, they only know what they see and do not understand. The world is beyond greater than that. But we, on the other hand, understand that there's a lot more to it than it seems. There's a lot more to it than it seems. We put this in our head. We shall work to move out of this dark spot and into the lights and the more brighter areas, and work to incorporate them into our lives. This is the almighty, this is the right, the paragraph. Thank you. You're welcome. Sometimes we're going to think about things in our lives that we could have maybe done differently to better prepare ourselves. Things that we could have done but didn't. Like if you don't really work out, but you signed yourself up for a running marathon. So you're going to run 3 miles approximately, or maybe more or less. So you're not prepared, you don't work out, but you say, I'm going to wing this thing. Bless you. Thank you all. Thank you. Excuse me. So you are going to basically race a running marathon. For what reason? Well, you feel like challenging yourself, which is fair. We all want to challenge ourselves all often. Now you're running, but you're not prepared. You did not practice in any way. You just gave yourself the idea that I can do this, but this will be hard. I can do it, but it will be hard. But then now you're running, and your body's turning against you. You are now in pain. You weren't prepared for this. But you came in thinking, I can get through it. You know, it won't be easy, but I would. But now here you are, 1 mile in the race, or not even more. After 40 seconds of running, let's say, you're like this, you know. You can't run anymore, so you're just... First of all, when you start the thing, you're not supposed to run, you're supposed to go brisk jog most. You don't start off sprinting. But let's say, you know, in either scenario, and you were not prepared. Now, here you are in pain, knowing that you're going to have to endure so much more. You were not ready for this but you did come up with the idea that this won't be easy, but it's doable. Yes, it is doable, but it may be doable, but you have to be prepared. You should have maybe done a little bit of running beforehand. Should have eaten something better beforehand, because you never know. What if you eat something that's too much or too little? And, you know, anything can go from there. What is this? Why are you telling me this? Well, you can already kind of guess where I'm going to go with this, huh? We will go to things in life. Here we go again with life. We will go to places where, we have a slight idea of what it will be, a good understanding of it. But then once we go in it and do it, it's a little hard. You're going to take a test, but you said, I don't really need to study that much. Or maybe you did study, but not enough. Or it's not enough, whatever you studied was not on the test. It turns out to be hard. It really takes you down. It really brings you down. But are you supposed to be blaming yourself afterwards? Are you supposed to be, hating yourself? That's what some people do. When they get something that doesn't really go their way, they end up turning against themselves or not wanting to live any further. We've all made those points. I don't want to go through this anymore. I don't want to go here anymore. I don't want to be around these people anymore. This is no more. Get me out of here. This is beyond terrible. Well, that's true. But now you're not supposed to just drop out. Things were not made to be quitted. Everything was not made for you to quit. Life was not made for us to quit. Life was made for us to live it, people. So why feel the urges to quit? Well, clearly because things are blowing you away. The wind is heavy. You really can't stand, so you want to fall. In life, you can fall. You can fall as many times as you want. You can fall always. Oh, I didn't think that would hurt that much. Oh, a little too old to be throwing myself around like that, but do it for you though. I hurt myself. Oh. You can fall so many times in life, but we have the ability to get up. We have the ability to rise. In so many ways, we are able to rise. Numerous ways. So there's times you can fall, but life was not made for us to quit. It's made for us to live and to move on, to live on, and to breathe. There's a word that I've been thinking of for a few weeks and pondering on and getting my mind into it because there's so many ways to get along. And that is vision. Vision. Not everyone has vision. Everyone has different kinds of vision. There's vision in metaphorical senses and literal senses. Some people have vision with both eyes and one or none. Thank God that I have both eyes working, even though I'm very poor. I have to have support sometimes, but I'm thankful for vision. And all of us have many kinds of visions, but the vision, yes, I am referring to that vision of what we can see. We think of the almighty paragraph, and we people, we as humans with the consciousness, sense of understanding, know that there's more. There's a lot more to it than it seems, is like what they said. Vision. So much more that we can see and perceive. So much more that we are allowed to take in and move about. There's a lot more to it than it seems. So what we can see, there's much more. This room, There's outside. You can go outside and there's much more. We have a forest out there. I'm just kidding. But we have a few trees out there. But we can't see it right now. We can only see this. And some of us, this is all we may know, what we have seen and lived. But obviously, it's much more. So vision. We have the way that we see for a reason. We see things and understand things a certain way for a reason. Some things might be easy for us, hard for us. We might take on things a certain way, but we understand things the way we do a certain way. Vision. It's a great, great gift that we have. See things the way we do. Understand things the way we do. Vision. Check it out. What is your vision? How do you think of things? When you see this wall, what do you think of this wall when you see it? Some people say it's just a wall, but other people might think it's something else. So apply your vision to anything, to each other. What is the human heart? What is the purpose of life? We have these visions for a reason, but not only that, these visions, they define our way of thinking, our way of understanding, and our way of living. That's what these visions do. It's what we perceive. And it defines all about who we are, what we see. Do we think of other people a certain way? Do we think of ourselves a certain way? Something doesn't go our way, are we now a failure? No, we're not a failure just because things don't go the way we want them to. We're just, things are not always going to be a certain way, Forces are just kicking all over the place, of all kinds. It's true. Visions. Vision. What do you see? Think about it. Are you reflecting on yourself and your life? We have the vision to reflect, to think, to see. So how are we going about on that? What is it that we, as a people, in our lives are doing? Remember what I said, a lot more to it than it seems. And it's okay to fall. But what do you think about falling? Some people think that when you fall, that's it. There's no point anymore. No. People don't want to live anymore after they've taken a lot of falls. And yes, falling could hurt, could break bones. And some of us get more frail. Some of us are more frail than others. And very unfortunate, but with our vision. Vision is our superpowers, people. We all have that superpower of vision. So, they say, we wish we had some supernatural abilities. We do. That's vision, that's our consciousness, that's our understanding. That's a power not everyone has. Remember, your life, like the ants. The ants, they cannot see. Well, they could see, but they cannot understand that there's more that's beyond them. So, to an ant, this whole room is the entire world. To some of us people, our city's the entire world, but we know that there's more that's beyond this world. Much more. Visions. What is your vision? What is your vision for the future? What is your vision for your life? And your vision for your family members? You think a certain way. So by thinking these certain ways, take advantage, take charge. You're going to learn from your visions and experiences. You will learn what to do, what to be, and what not to be. So you see a certain person in your life, and you say, I don't want to be like him, or I do. We're given our visions for a reason. And everything that we see is for a reason. Remember, every action is rewarded with a reaction. So, no, it's that one. And then whatever reaction occurs is meant to transpire. Leave oneself closer to their destiny. That's the one. So from that, we realize go beyond, move beyond, and understand that, you know, everything we are being, what we see is for a reason, and we think the way we do. So we will learn from these things that we see, learn what and what not to do. So one best way of thinking this, you know, our parents, you know, do we want to be like our parents or not? I mean, most people, you want to be better than them. I mean, that's the way they have you, so you can. Parents have children, so children can grow through them and grow greater, and then continue on their family's legacy. So make a name out there. You learn from them. You learn, is this, you know, okay, my parents treated me this way, so I'm gonna treat my kids this way. Things like that. We have those visions, and we see the things we see, understand the way we do, and we're gonna act on that. We're gonna act on those things. That's what we have. That's why we have our vision, to live it. Live your vision. You have a dream, live it. Live by something. Yeah. Maybe times in life things are upset the way that we think it will, but we want to take charge a lot. A lot of us, you know, like me, we feel bad when we're not able to really do anything about something, but rather just let it die out. We don't want to, you know, we want to fix things up. We have these visions. But the thing is, we will understand that with our actions and everything, that's not for us to do something. It pains us, you know, to have to understand this. So some of us live in pain because of our visions. Some of us will live in pain because of the things that's happened to us, the things that have resulted in our lives. But living in life is not meant for quitting. They're two different things. Quitting is down. You have to live on, move on, and be great. We have to find the power within us, power within our balance, power within our strength and our vision, power of what we are living through and living in. We need to understand ourselves and understand what's going on around us and work to move beyond. The thing is, a lot of us are so caught up in the question. We get so tangled up and frustrated with this question. And I'm about to tell you this thing. Why? Why is it like this? Why? Well, the answer is not why not, but you know, why is it like this? Why are things going the way they are? I'm going to give a few answers. It may not be what we want to hear, but it is definitely what we need to take. Move on. One of them is, it was a quote I saw once. It's not my quote, so don't quote me on it. So unfortunately, I don't know who said it, but it says, you never know what worse luck your bad luck saved you from. So you see, you know, things play out for a reason, because you never know what kind of pain you would have ended up if the things that you wanted to go through end up going your way. You know, do you really need this to live and carry on, or are you going to end up leaving it alone? Like, for instance, you get something that you've wanted for a while, and you're like, I finally got this. This is amazing. And then later on, you just leave it. You just leave it on standby, and it starts collecting dust. So you see, is this really meant for me? And if it was, then why am I leaving it alone? So that's another reason. Third reason, you know, why is this happening to me? plagues us. We have to look beyond. There's a lot more to it than it seems. We cannot be like an ant, where we just see, the little things, or just the we don't want to be like ants and see just the room, the room that we're in, and just the space that we are stuck in. What we want to do is understand and know that there's much more beyond, and that we need to keep on moving in life to grasp and get these things that are beyond. That we can take these things, live your dreams, of course, but not just that. You cannot live your dreams by being in the same space. It's time to go out, work hard, get your skills out there. Try to get yourself in these places that you've never been to, but want to go to. You got to grasp these outer understandings, outer spaces, because it's not just going to be what we see and what we're stuck to, because we cannot be focused on the same things. But we are going to stay focused on the same things if we stay in the same place. So get out. Go out there. Let's go. We cannot be like an ant in the same room thinking that this is all the world. There's a lot more to it than it seems. We are reflecting on these circumstances and realize it's time to go out. We have our vision. Let's put our vision out there. Show it to us. Let's bring our skills out there. Let's bring your smile out to the world. The world needs your radiating smile. Bring it out there. Bring yourself out there. Show the world who you are. Show them your vision. Because you have what you have for a reason. And if something really doesn't go your way or your plan or anything, don't plague yourself with the questions why and why not, and why is this happening, and why are you acting the way you are, and why is your mind so fixed up on this? Because sometimes we cannot control our minds, we cannot control ourselves, but you know what? We may not be able to control our mind and control the pain that is held and destroying and crushing our heart. We cannot control that, but you know what we could control? Our ability to continue living. Continue pushing out there. Break through the chains. Force. You have a force. Don't let these forces break you. Use your force to break back out that away from them. So, the pain will hurt. But you know what will hurt more? Staying and enduring the pain in one place instead of continuing on. Continue on in different places. Have courage. Don't just be in the same place thinking that this is all the world is. Much more out there to the world. Go out there and find it. You will find more and more love out there. More and more bigger, greater things. Just the only way to do it is by getting out there, bringing your force and your vision out there. You may be in pain a lot in life. You may be in frustrations a lot. You may not always be in the right state of mind. There will always be pain. There will always be. And you cannot control it because it's just going to be there. However, that should not stop us from pushing forward and going on with our lives. So guys, ladies and gentlemen, we may all be aching, we may all be unhappy, but don't let it stop you from putting gas in the car and driving to where you have to go. There's so many ways to get to our destinies, and pain shouldn't stop us. We have to keep moving. Allow yourself to keep moving. Use your own force to pursue, carry on, instead of living in this pain and enjoying it. And it is hard. It is not easy. It never is. We will be so fixated upon this pain and the pains in our life, but it will hurt more to know that we are wasting time and our chances by just sitting in that corner instead of going out there into a greater light. Now we're going to go back to the almighty paragraph. Remember, in the dark, they were in the dark spot. They were in the dark area of the city, but the city's a lot bigger than that. They were in the dark and stormy area. Move out of that area because there's a lot more to it than it seems. There's greater, brighter, bigger places in that city than that area that they were fixated upon and stuck in. If you feel stuck, break out. If you feel stuck, move on. Can't just move on. People say move on, but how? How are you going to move on? Why? You can't. You can't move on. So instead, you find something to get through, to get by. Many things for us to bring upon ourselves instead of just simply moving on and moving a certain way, moving on and living or being stuck in the same area. We can't just heal. Something has to get into our minds and push us. So with this, be open to everything in life, guys, and push out there, take in all the opportunities you can, and try to put yourself and get yourself into places that might be right for you. But just allow yourself out there. Let yourself be out there, people. Let yourself go out there. Let yourself get in with all the light. Let yourself live this life. And don't let yourself be trapped. Do not let yourself be trapped in the prison of your own mind. Because it is only us that is holding ourselves back. We're the only ones that are holding ourselves back. By our actions, by our minds, by our maybe addictions or by our pains. It is up to us on our power to push through, to find some new purpose and to find some new grounds. Do not allow yourself to be stuck. Instead, allow yourself to be all over the place. Be annoying. Be someone's pain in their ass. Just be out there. And do not be stuck and trapped by yourself. Because the only thing that stops us is us, ourselves. Don't let yourself stop yourself. There's a lot more to it than it seems. Remember that. And remember, take advantage of your vision. Not everyone has it. So use your vision. Take advantage of it. And push through. Live with the tools that you were given and that you have in yourself. Life is not about quitting. It's about living. You can fall in life. You are allowed to fall. But it's all about getting back up, getting out there, and realizing that the world is endless. It's limited. There's no limit except ourselves. So guys, push out there. Get out there. Don't let yourself be stuck in the prison of your mind. Because our mind's prison, there are some toxic things in there that just are a result of all these things going on in the world and in our lives that just hold us down and push us down and makes us feel crap. And it will continue to make us feel like crap until we decide to do something about it, to move out there, to push out there. So guys, do something. There's always time and always a way for you to do anything and something. You're never too old. You're never too young to get out there into this great big world that is constantly spinning for you. You hear me? Yes. moment of sorrow. Think to yourself anything that causes pain, sorrow, or anything that you regret. And ponder upon it. Think about it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Our hearts may hold a lot of pain, but you have to acknowledge it, be sorry for it, and make up for the wrongs that we do in life. Make up for the bad things. If you break someone's window, fix their window. So make up for these wrongdoings that we've done. Get a bag of chips and a ball of water. Make up for these wrongs. Chips and water. As we know, may be the first and last meal we shall devour. For some it will burn, and for others it will open the empty. Together, chips and water will make us come together. Every action is awarded with a reaction that will affect the person one way or another. Whatever reaction occurs is meant to transpire because it'll lead oneself closer to their destinies. For every tears, there's laughter somewhere else. What is once fortune is someone else's misfortune. But when we all come together, show each other your love. So guys, show each other your love. We have a great big love that we want to give out there. Love each other. We are all people under the sky, and we all deserve the best. We thank all of those in our lives for all they have done for us, and they helped us to become us. They should come together for all of each other, for all of our sakes. We'll come together and find our balance and find our purpose. We're all people under the sky. We all deserve the best from each other because we are all each other. What someone gets, someone else will get. The balance has come together. Eat chips and drink water. As we acquire new lives, we learn to accept our differences and cherish every moment of our lives. Let us come together, help others, be together, live a new world, live our best lives. So, tomorrow is the third anniversary, the third year of the balance. Hooray. Yeah! Woo! Yeah! 3 years of the balance tomorrow. We'll have a celebration for that session, a balance session, and we will have a party in the room, in the party room. So we'll have that tomorrow. Don't miss it. Thank you all for everything. Thank you all for your coming here. Happy Columbus Day to all of you. Yeah. And thank you all for everything. For sticking with us. And find your balance. The balance has come together. All of us have come together. So in that case, we all go home. Thank you. You're welcome. Cheers.